I'm quite laid back. So I'm always amazed how dramatic people get about their own jobs. I work in an office. Does anyone else share my luck? Similar enthusiasm. For those who don't, what it essentially means is that, I'm going to guess we, are surrounded by a huge number of colleagues who genuinely believe that unimportant things are crucial. I said to one guy, "Can I get some detail on that account? I've got to make a phone call. Is it urgent?" Is admin. In what situation could that ever be urgent? But everything has to seem frantic. Everyone's desperate to appear manically busy. There's no longer time in the modern workday to get a coffee, way too slovenly. You have to grab a coffee. Emails don't get sent, they get fired off. You can't even go to a meeting anymore. You have to dash to a meeting. And if you really want to convey importance, you've got a meeting that you need to dive into. I was in a meeting that someone referred to diving into. I thought, I wonder what that looks like. Exactly the same as when they go to a meeting. Just with preceding ego. And meetings now, they no longer finish early. If everything's done before the end, the organiser will make the sweeping declaration that they are going to give you time back. Even the meetings become chance for godlike behaviour. And very occasionally I get to witness the ultimate gold star dramatic performance. Someone, clutching an iPad, will run the full length of the office. We report on data. Where are you running to? In holiday time, God, that's peak season for self-importance. I'm not here next week. Is there anything you need from me? I've got so much to hand over before I go. You haven't. Just leave it. It will still be here when you get back. Your 7 days in Spain won't single-handedly bring down a global company. Whilst I appreciate these reports don't write themselves, pretty confident we can battle on for a week without the HR dashboard. And all this drama seems to combine with the competitive stressing. It actually feels at times like people want to be able to claim the most stress. They just love that word. Oh no, you're stressed, how come? Well, I've got a project deadline this week and it's not leaving me much time free. You're not stressed then, are you? You're paid to do 8 hours a day. You've got 8 hours a day to do. That's not stress, that's employment. Well, there's the opposite approach. I started at 7 yesterday morning, didn't finish till 9 at night, same the day before. So your 8-hour day is taking you 14 hours. That's not stress, that's incompetence. And some people seem to thrive on making themselves busy. The woman I work with will send me an email. As the email arrives, so does she. To tell me, I've just sent you an email. She then proceeds to read it out loud to me from my screen, like an office audio book. Could have saved yourself a bit of time there, Janet. If you'd opted for either a visit or an email, wouldn't be quite so busy. But there's always a danger that freeing up time enables more unnecessary conversation. Now, I have a naturally miserable face. I think we can all agree. If it's not in use, it looks like thunder. I'd hope that would be enough to deter the pointless chat, but apparently not. The worst of those who have nothing to say but tell me anyway. the one who claims to be crazy busy, yet still thinks I need to hear a full commentary on last night's choice of films. And there is a choice of films every night because this guy's a science fiction fan, and they don't bore easily. Now, I could never get engrossed by anything that couldn't be real. It's just too impossible, and I'm too practical and pragmatic, and I can't really help it. It's just the family I come from. I'll give you an example. So when I was born, my gran was already quite old. So by the time I was old enough to want to get her a Christmas present, she was ancient. So Mum and Dad in December sat me down, quick chat. So your gran. She is quite frail. She's not in the best of health. She's very elderly. Basically, we think it's going to be a last Christmas. Just buy her perishables. If you really want to get her something to keep, make sure you like it yourself. Because you'll probably have it back by Easter.